Mike Bohn here with Brendan Allen, who's just a few days removed from a huge win in Vancouver over Reinier de Ridder. Brendan, I know you always say after the fights, most important thing on your mind is getting home to the family. How good did it feel to get back to everyone after this one?
Oh man, it always feels great. It feels amazing. Got to see my whole Well, I haven't even seen my whole family. I haven't got to go see my brother and my mom and my niece, but my grandparents, but my wife and my kids. Got to see all them, and yeah, it's great. It's always great. Happy to be home. It's happy to know that I'll be home probably for a little bit and get to spend some time with them. And now I'm just here at my property and getting new toys. So yeah,
Yeah, what is that behind you?
a skid steer, Kubota skid steer. It's got one of my. It's got the bush hogger attachment, so I'm just bush hogging the property a little bit and just kind of messing around, having some fun. It's kind of what I like to do. Time to myself and time at my property, and yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, is this like your main home out there in Louisiana? Or?
It will be. We're just waiting. We're working on all the bank situations and everything to build the home. But this is gonna be our compound, I guess you could say. There'll be animals and gym and house and kids and everything else running around here at some point. But slow and steady, slow and steady. Everything costs money and everything's expensive nowadays. So yeah, right now it's just my time to get away. And like I said, I literally just got this like an hour ago. So now I'm just messing with this, learning it, and uh, messing stuff up. That's kind of what I like to do.
Yeah. Does it matter if you're going home on the win or the loss? Like, does everyone treat you the same, or does it feel different when you do come home after a big victory?
Um, my family treats me the same. Um, Obviously everyone else probably treats me different, but um, the close. I don't have like a big circle and stuff like that, so it's like everyone that I talk to or whatever kind of treats me the same. Sometimes if you lose, like they're a little bit more like hesitant or try to be like more like I don't know the word, maybe like comforting or sincere, but it's like I'm not that kind of person. I don't want to get mushy gushy or whatever. Like I'm good. Just treat me the same, win or lose. Like tell me to go fuck myself or something. That's cool. That's kind of me. So yeah, no one I'm really close to kind of really treats me any differently, and it's all right. But obviously, it's good to come home on a win and um, more money in the bank. Um, More security, I guess you would say. It's not even so much about the actual financials. It's just having a little bit more, a few more months of security and a little less stress.
And that's part of the game too, right? You can't get too high on the highs or too low on the lows. You kind of just want to keep it even keel no matter what.
Yeah, I mean, at this point in my career, it's like, and it's the end of the year. The end of the year, I like to just kind of rest and reset myself, like mentally and physically, and just have time with my family. And I always go hunting at the end of every year, and um, yeah, the hunting's kind of just my time to myself and with my friends, and he's like my second dad. We go together, and that's kind of like what resets me from the year of the hard work or the stress and everything like that. So that's super important to me. It really contributes to like who I am as a person. It helps me not be an asshole so much, and like because I'm focused so much on fighting and what the world can bring and what could happen. Like I, this is just like I don't know. The end of the year is just a great reset for me, and to focus on myself as a husband and a dad, rather than a fighter. So the end of the year is always my favorite, and it's like a big weight as long as you can finish it off with a win. So yeah, this year was good. We started low, finished really high, and yeah, at this point in my life, I'm just like I don't really care too much for it. Like oh, you're number five, you're number whatever in the world, or you're coming off a big win. I'm just to be honest, it's the first time in my life probably where I'm just like, oh, okay, that's cool. Like whatever. Everyone else is more excited about it than me. I'm more of just like excited to see my kids first, my wife first, and then secondly it was like I've been having this ordered since before the fight, so I was like I'm ready to get this. So today was a big day for me, and yeah, now it's just going to kids activities and yeah, I don't know, man. I don't really to re- fighting really isn't on my mind. right now. To be honest,
Hmm.
I'm more. Yeah, like I'm interested to see what happens next and how the landscape plays out. But it's nice to know, like, hey, I'm not leaving in a month or 2 months. Like, I'm
Yeah.
gonna be home with my wife and my kids, and we'll take a little trips together as a couple. And I don't know, it's super simple to me right now.
Do you think the reason you don't care too much in the aftermath of this is because it was so expected from you? I mean, I know other people had their opinions about the short notice and the matchup, and Rainier's doing so well and everything, but it seems like your confidence was unwavering from the moment they called you for this fight. So does that kind of add into it a little bit? Do you think?
Maybe a little bit. I like it's weird when you think of like the fights. Like I knew I was better than him. Like he could be 1,000%, and I could be 70%, and I was confident like I was gonna beat him. Just skill for skill, person for person, I thought I was better. But with that is like for me personally, it's very like that's where the nerves come. Like beating guys that I should beat pretty easily is like very like nerve wracking for me because then it's like, oh, what happens if I don't perform? Because I've not performed few few times in my career, so it's like if I don't go perform against someone like this, then what? Like those are the nerves that I have. Whereas someone like, let's just give a great example, Dricus. Like if I fight someone like that, the nerves come from, fuck, he could catch me. Like he's gonna make it a fight. We're gonna have to dig, which that doesn't concern me. Like I know I can dig deep. I love having to face that adversity of he's trying to hurt me. I know he's trying to hurt me. Um, but it's a different type of nerves. With nerves, with De Ridder wasn't, oh, can he finish? Like, is he gonna finish me? It was like, am I gonna perform? With a guy like that, like Dricus, it's like I gotta watch. I gotta be on my p's and q's. Good defense because he can knock me out. So different nerves for different reasons, and yeah, it's very weird. But my nerves for De Ridder was just I can't get beat by this guy that I know I'm better than.
Was there a fight that you can remember where you had those nerves, like the Dricus type nerves, and then you went in there and won? Is there one that stands out like that?
Uh, maybe Tom Breeze.
Hmm.
Tom Breeze was one. Uh, that's the one that really sticks out just because leading up to that fight, like I didn't know much about him,
Yeah.
but I knew he was newcomer of the year in 2015 over like Kamar Usman, and he did really good at 70, but he was big. So, and when I stepped it off to face off, like he was a big guy, so I was like, fuck, man. If he's as good as they say are, and he's that big, like we're gonna be in for a long night. And then as soon as they said go, normally he circles the outside of the cage, and he ran straight to me. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he's one that stands out. That was one that stood out. Yeah, man, I don't know. It's a lot hard for me to think as well because like I didn't learn back then how to categorize my emotions or like really voice them per se. Like I wasn't good at it. I would just hide it, and it would get worse and worse. So like as I talk about my emotions and like the issues, it's easier for me to categorize it now and remember it and like grow from it and learn from it when I talk to my team about it. So yeah, I don't remember too much, but I remember Tom Breeze was one that I was nervous. Um, Puna was another one. Like I was worried because he was knocking everyone out, and I was like, oh, he could catch me. So yeah, those were all still good fights though.
Yeah, those are good examples. Have you watched the fight back in those 20 minutes from Saturday yet?
Yeah, I've watched it like 4 or 5 times maybe.
What was your biggest couple of takeaways from your performance and maybe stuff you did right and wrong?
um, I was disappointed at myself for uh getting taken down. Like he had a good different transitions, but I was lazy there. Like we worked a lot in camp of circling off more and controlling the hands, and that's how he got me down the first. I was controlling his wrist, and then I went to punch him, um, and he switched his grip to like a double leg or something. Uh, so it was like I had that stuffed until we just got. I was just trying to do damage. I should have been smart and kept the wrist, circle off. So I was disappointed about that, but that's something that we'll definitely go back and fix. Luckily, I have one of the best in the world in Belal that will help me fix those holes against the cage with those takedowns and stuff. Um, outside of that, I wasn't too disappointed. Like I wish we would have struck a little bit more. Like I really wanted to put more damage up there. But obviously he didn't want that after one punch. So yeah, I mean it is what it is. It was 3.5 weeks of training, so not too shabby. Beat making the number 4 guy in the world at the time quit on the stool in just 4 rounds.
Yeah, and what have you made of kind of the fallout in these past couple of days? I'm sure you've seen what his coach wrote on Instagram, and then what he wrote yesterday, which I thought was a fine statement. He didn't really make many excuses in there, take away from your win, I thought, but like all sorts of debate, right? Some people say he quit on the stool, you should come out, you should take the finish or whatever you're going to get, or his team protected him, and they got out, and why come out for more damage when you're not going to be able to get the win? How do you kind of feel about everything on that front now?
Um, that's been a difficult question for me to answer because it's like I can only speak of what I would do, and I've faced adversity to where I've been super tired and could barely stand before. I've been hurt before, so it's like I've faced those adversities before, and I just know how I react to them. But every man's different. Every man's got to search their own soul and kind of figure out what makes them tick, and every man's got to look into the mirror before and after. And if they're all right with it, then that's on them. So if he's all right with it and he accepts it, then good for him. Yeah, I mean, to me, that's just something that's on him to live or deal with, or how whatever he feels about it. For me, like, yeah, I was nervous about 5 rounds. My team knows I was nervous about 5 rounds. I knew I was prepared for 5 rounds, but I still was nervous about it because it wasn't a full camp. The diet was fast, and um, the cut was more difficult than usual, but not anything that I've never faced before. So I had my adversities to overcome. I had my adversity in the first round to overcome, but for me, that was just I knew he was going to be hot and heavy out the gate, and it was like um, when he got there, it was just stay calm and fight the hands, and I knew his ground and pound wasn't anything great. So yeah, it was just stay calm, and that's what I did. I just stayed calm and slowly inching my way, moving, letting him feel I was feeling the pressure and like what he was doing, and um, I knew he couldn't upkeep that, so I was excited to go to the ground later in the fight. But again, I thought it was going to be on my turn, but I didn't do my best of defending fully. I defended the first shot, I think, every time, some the second. But yeah, those are things that we'll fix going back into camp, and obviously we'll have a full camp on the next one. So um, again, Bilal's one of the best in the world, if not the best in the world in those scenarios. So um, I have full confidence that we'll be just fine on the next one. And
Man,
those
I've seen
if those situations come.
Yeah, definitely. Dude, I've seen Belal win some of the biggest fights in his career. Saw him win a UFC title, some of these huge fights at welterweight. I don't think I've seen him happier than he was when you guys were leaving the cage, like for you. It was just it was so genuine and nice to see. And it seems like that move to that camp and just putting yourselves around those people is being so good for you.
It's been great, man. I've known Bilal for a long time since our Rufus Sport days, and I would say Bilal is the most down to earth, real human that I've met, maybe in my life. And I've met a lot of good people in this time, but and I say that from every perspective for Bilal. Before I was even friends with him, I would see him at the gym. I would see how he interacted with people, how he carried himself as a person, as a fighter, um, how he was on interviews, like all these things over the time, like would just grow. Like you'd see someone, hey, then you'd see him another day, and you'd watch how they interact. So it just grew over time, to where I can say that he is literally one of the best human beings I know. He's also one of the best fighters on the planet. Um, but he he's probably one of the most loyal guys I know, and he's a if he cares about you, and you're in his circle, and you tell him you want to be the best, he's gonna hold you to that standard. He's gonna hold you accountable for your actions and your words. And yeah, man, I can't say enough great things. How he is as a fighter, how he is as a human, as a father, as a husband, like how he is with his faith. He's a very rare human, especially in today's world.
He's got a huge fight coming up with Ian Gary. I don't know, did Ian ever spend any time with you at Kill Cliff during his brief period there? And if so, how do you think that fight goes?
Yeah, I mean, we know. Yeah, we train together. I think everyone knows what you see with Ian. He's gonna circle like crazy, run like crazy. He's got good distance management. He's pretty quick. He is a smart thinker on the feet. Like he's trying to set traps. Um, and when it comes to the fight with Belal, can he catch him? Of course, any person can catch any person on any given day. But that's all Ian's has in this fight is a puncher's chance. Everyone has a puncher's chance, but that's literally all Ian has is a puncher's chance. It just has to be on the right spot at the right moment. But 9 times out of 10, Bilal's gonna beat him up. He's Bilal's pressure, um, his ability, his IQ, and ability to change within the fight is very impressive. I mean, everyone says JDM's one of the best strikers in the division, and Bilal had his own issues in the fight or whatever, but he struck with him and gave him really competitive rounds. I think won some, and they struck most of the time. So it just shows the level of his striking as well. And I won't put his business out there, but he, like I said, he had his own issues,
Mhm.
and he still did all that at that time. So I think he'll be just fine. Bilal is one of those guys that prepares super smart. He's very focused. He's very locked into whatever he needs to do, whether it's his diet, whether it's his preparation.
Were you pissed when the rankings came out and it said number 5 and number 4, and not number 4? I know you put it on your profile, anyways.
Yeah, I beat number 4. I'm number 4 in the world. Like I took the risk. I took the gamble. Um, I always feel like if you beat the guy, you should just take their number. I don't see the whole like everything else must switch type of thing. Like all these guys got to move. But it is what it is. I knew that those politics were coming. I knew that was coming, and it is what it is. Like it's just a number. At the end of the day, the UFC holds all the power, and if they want number 4 to fight the champion, they want number 4 to fight number 1, whatever the case may be, number 5, whatever, whoever they want to fight is what's going to happen. And so it's just a number, and it is what it is. Those numbers used to really affect me and really piss me off, and they still aggravate me sometimes because just I don't know. Sometimes just stupidity. For instance, like last time I looked at the rankings on my phone, like through the app, was like there was like 3 number 15s. Like how the frick do we have 3 number 15s? That's the most stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. Like I don't know. So it's like stuff like that is just stupid, but uh I'm at a different point in my life and my career to where I just don't really care too much. Like
Yeah, but to speak of how dumb these rankings are, I think they had MVP at number 11 and Jared Cannonier at number 10 after they literally just fought an MVP one. So say no more on how dumb that is. But as you made the great call outs. Khamzat seemingly was tweeting everything he could at Reinier, telling him he's a quitter and stuff. Didn't say anything about you. And then Dricus, who always seems to have something to say, I've not seen anything from him yet. Have you been surprised that neither of these guys have said anything about your win or your post fight?
um not really, to be honest. Like I don't know. Like Dricus always has something to say when I'm losing because then he knows like I'm a super tough test and I can probably beat him. I mean, obviously he's a fighter, so he's gonna think he's gonna beat me, but he knows it's a tough test. Um, so it's easy to say when I'm losing when you know you're not gonna fight me next. But now it's like when it becomes like it could happen. Like when I was super close, like on a big win streak, it was a possibility, and he was super quiet, like a mouse in church. Now you don't hear anything from him, but what can he really say now? He literally just got dominated. Not a close fight, not had moments, none of that. You got dominated for 25 minutes. I'll be nice and say you got dominated for 23 and a half minutes. So what can you really say, man? To me, that's a huge word. Dominated is a very big word. Like, to me, that carries a lot of weight. Like, that means you did nothing. You had nothing really for him, for the other guy at all. And that's exactly what happened. And you were supposed to be the champion and you got dominated. That's not supposed to happen at this level. So, granted, do I think he'll go out and make changes and come back better? For sure, I do.
Mhm.
But, um, yeah, he got dominated. As far as Chimaev, yeah, like, I think he's kind of the same thing in regards to, like, he knows I'm a tough test. Um, he loves to talk on social media, you know, and do his thing and whatever. But he knows I'm a tough test, and that's kind of like all I think about that one, to be honest. Like I think he thinks he can just wrestle me and he'll be all right. But um, yeah, I haven't really thought too much of Chimaev, but that's what I think about Dricus.
Yeah, no, I think the Dricus one is extremely realistic. Everyone does their little matchmaking, things after these fights, and everyone seems to think that's the right one to make. But it's interesting from his perspective. If you lose the way you did to Khamzat, I'd look at you as maybe not the matchup you want to take coming off that. Maybe you want to work on your game a bit more and try to fight a striker in the meantime or something. But we know this is not how this works with matchmaking, and there's no easy fights in the division like this.
Yeah, I mean everyone's gonna think just because they see that like I'm gonna go out there and try to wrestle him and try to get him down. It's like the fight starts striking. I want to strike. Like I want to go with guys that want to try to kill or be killed. You know, like I like that. That's what excites me. Like it makes me nervous, but it also brings out the best version of me. That's also one of the reasons I wanted to fight him going up. Like I think he was really lucky on many of his fights that he had leading to the belt, and that was one reason. But also was because I know like he's gonna come to kill or be killed. He's very good at making it a fight, and those nerves bring out the best in me, and I think it puts on a great fight for the fans. And that's kind of what excites me. You know, I can catch him just as he can catch me.
You obviously have a very powerful manager in Ali Abdelaziz. Have you heard anything? Has he said anything about potentially if this fight could happen and maybe timelines, anything like that?
No, man, I haven't heard anything. To be honest with you, I haven't really spoken to Ali since we talked once or twice after the fight, and that's really been it. My wife's gonna have our baby in January, February, so
Congratulations.
thank you. So I'm just trying to be home for a little bit, and granted, any opportunity or any offer that comes through, me and my wife will sit down and discuss it, and at the end of the day, it's for her and I to discuss for our family of what that opportunity will be, and what it looks like for our family, and with the baby being born, and making sure her and all the other kids are taken care of, and that's just something that her and I have to discuss. So we'll look at any offer they give us, but at this moment, we're trying to be really smart with what could come, because again, nothing's came or anything like that or been discussed, but we're trying to be very smart with what could come, and I know it'll be something good, and the UFC will give me something worthwhile, and yeah, hopefully it's around April timeframe. But again, we'll talk about whatever they offer and whatever the opportunity is.
For sure. Well, I know Dana White always says, after a big win, he likes to let the guys have a week or two to digest it and with their family before they bug him. And I know he's in Abu Dhabi and isn't back till November. So maybe another week or so here, and then you get a phone call and you get some clarity on what's to come. But no, awesome win, Brendan. Very happy for you. As I've said many times, I'm all in on the Brendan Allen stock. I've doubled down. People have told me to sell it. They say get rid of it. No, we're still here. We're still
Thank you.
supporting you. So you killed it, man, and very happy for you.
Thank you, man. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that, man. Hopefully we'll make all the real ones proud. Next year, hopefully we'll have gold um, to be bragging about next year. That's the goal for my team as of now is Bully go get this win, and hopefully sometime in 2026, me and Belal will be fighting for a belt around the same time, and we'll be bringing two belts to Chicago, and obviously I'll be bringing mine home to Louisiana too.
Oh man, yeah, you could have two chances. We'll see if they go back to New Orleans next year, but it seems like Chicago might be on the menu. So I know Bilal missed it last time, but God, that would be crazy if both of you could get someone lined up.
Yeah, man. I think the ultimate dream is to fight for a belt in New Orleans. So if they
Yeah,
did that, that would be absolutely insane. But yeah, man, fighting in Chicago would be cool too. I kind of welcome it all. I like it all. I just it's all about the opportunities at this point. Like we're just trying to stay having big fights, stay in the win column, and stay chasing gold.
Yeah, for sure, man. Well, I had Dustin Poirier on my podcast yesterday, and he said he was very happy for you and to see you flying that Louisiana flag strong. But you're also flying my Canadian flag. What are we doing for the next fight? Are we like riding with the Canadian fight kit and the flag going forward? Are we on like a streak here? Are you a little bit superstitious about this stuff?
No, no, no. You know, that's I've always been a very, very proud American. My family's fought for this land.
Yeah.
You know, been shot, killed people for this land and defending the people. So I'm a very, very proud American. For me, it was just I've represented Canada before, but obviously I've done other times for my grandparents, and because I'm one of the only fighters to wear every color shorts possible that are offered, but now they make it harder. But to go in Canada for the first time, one province from where my grandparents are from, to me, it only felt right to pay respects to my grandparents. I don't really know that side of my family, like the people, too much.
Sure.
I know a couple, but they all still live there. My grandparents are the only ones from there that live in America. My grandma still has to do her green card every so often. So it was just about paying respects to my grandparents, really. Like, it was just to pay respects to my grandparents, and what not a cooler way to do it than in Canada. So at the end of the day, like, I'm still American. I'm a proud American. Uh, Louisiana is what I rep, what I'll always rep. This is my home. This is what I remember. You know, people say like, "Oh, you're born in South Carolina." Yeah, I was born there, but my dad was born in Chicago, but he's been here since 3 days after that. So it's like I'm still a Louisiana boy. This is my home. This is my family. This is what I love, man. This property right here is where I'll die at, hopefully. So um, yeah, that's what I represent.
No, I love that. And maybe we'll get you back for the next one. I heard they might do a numbered event in Toronto in like the spring. So maybe the fight with Dricus lines up for then and then you rock it again. But no, I appreciate that. It's always cool to see. So thank you, Brendan. I hope you have a great day. It looks like a beautiful day out there in New Orleans or Louisiana. So you're awesome,
Yeah,
man.
man.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for your time, man. I appreciate it.
Thank you. I appreciate it as well.